In this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 affordable and cheap fragrances that smell extremely expensive. Let's start by House of Zara. At number 5 spot, we have here Amber Ego. This fragrance is all about vanilla and woodsy notes by a slightly creamy atmosphere. Nothing ambery to my nose except color of the bottle. In this fragrance reminds me of Stronger With You Freeze, like 85% 90% close to that fragrance in a very simple way. You cannot find that much complexity of Stronger With You, but it is enough close and we cannot expect more than this by this price, by 15 bucks. Lasts like 2 to 3 hours on the skin, by average, below average a bit, projection sillage for first hour. Let's continue by House of Mumblin at number 4. Mumblin Explorer, one of the best takes on Aventus DNA. It has some additional something new, added something new to Aventus DNA, like pepper, ambroxan and leather, which I believe they work great by this DNA. They boosted that complementing factor of Aventus, and it smells a little bit more modern compared to Aventus, which is Aventus also not that much old school smelling, but this one is more modern to my nose. It has a great performance in terms of longevity. It lasts long time, but it doesn't project at all. You can get only first hour projection by this fragrance, and it smells a bit more dry compared to Aventus, like metallic, scratchy, dry version of Aventus. Let's continue by one of the best affordable fragrances in my collection, hands down, that smells extremely expensive. Rochas Moustache EDP. Scent of this fragrance is floral, a bit oriental, sweet and resiny. Floral because of rose, resiny because of benzoin, and you can catch at the bit fins a bit citruses, not that much prominent here, but gives the fragrance a little bit freshness, I can say, at the bit fins. But prominent notice here like benzoin, which gives a dusty papery vibe to fragrance, and rose plus vanilla. In the brief, it smells like candied rose and citruses together. Prominent main players are rose, citruses, vanilla and benzoin. Lasts 7 hours plus easily on the skin by first hour, hour and a half. Good projection and sillage. Let's continue by my lovely Lalique Encre Noir. At the first, I have to say this fragrance is not a blind by worthy at all. Very black and white type of fragrance, nothing gray. Love or hate. For me, absolutely a big love. Scent of this fragrance is exactly like a drop of ink. It smells inky, extremely bitter and daring in a good way, I can say, and you can get some hints of fresh citrusy note out of all those bitterness. Main players to my nose are vetiver, cypress and musk. In this fragrance, vetiver is here a bit aggressive and extremely woody, gives the fragrance a little bit of earthiness, and it smells very dry, exactly like cap of the bottle. Cypress gives a fresh green and a slightly masculinity to fragrance, and musk is there to balance these two notes. In the brief, fragrance smells exactly like a drop of ink. Performance is average, like 5 to 6 hours on my skin by first hour, projection and sillage. Complementing factor is not that great by this one, but I've gotten few solid compliments by this one. At the top of the list, oh my goodness, one of the most unfairly underrated fragrances from House of Versace. Nobody talks about this fragrance at all. Versace Oud Noir. Oh, look at this beautiful scent profile. I want to cry, man. Reminds me of Tom Ford Oud Wood, true, but I prefer this one. I like it also better. At first in terms of scent profile, second because of price, and performance of both fragrances are not that great, I have to say. It smells very deep, bitter and in the same time sweet. Bitterness of oud, very variable type of oud, and sweetness is very toned down here, undertone sweetness, I can say, like spicy sweetness, cinnamony, vanilla, cardamom type of sweetness. It is not thick or a sticky syrupy type of sweetness, I mean, but you can get bitterness and sweetness in the same time. Fragrance is very deep, like a very deep veil, has a big weight to it, I have to say. Compared to Tom Ford Oud Wood, it is slightly sweeter, less bitter, I can say. It is more designery, I can say. Lasts on me like 4 to 5 hours maximum in terms of longevity. By first hour, barely. Projection and sillage. Don't forget, subscribe the channel. That was today's video. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. I will answer you. See you in another video.